Sound Off.
Rated T14.
Welcome back to Sound Off. I'm your host, Claudine Lance Schofield. Now, Sound Off is sponsored weekly by Carolina Teen Health. And the team and I, we decide to go out in the streets of Horry County because we realize that your opinion matters. Now, we would like to hear from you, and that's the reason why we are out and we're getting some very good opinions and we're getting some very good advice. And we had the opportunity and we're given the opportunity to interact with some very, very smart young people. Now, we would also like to hear from you, our listening audience. So we invite you to log on to www.wesoundoff.com. And I am so happy I ran into my good friend Sharon Galloway. Now, Sharon, I do understand that you have a freshman or soon to be freshman at Conway High School. What do you hope your son will accomplish this school term?
I hope that he would accomplish learning to be his own self, that he will not instill, but he would actually exemplify good leadership skills. I believe that my son is a great leader, and I just hope that he will be able to influence his peers and really take off and excel in that academic community.
Being a parent of a freshman again, what do you expect from Conway High School?
I expect Conway High School to challenge all of the students, especially the freshman class. I believe that our children are ready to be challenged. I think they're becoming more focused. And I think that they're ready to exceed in their life skills, and they're ready to give back to their own communities. And I'm expecting that Conway High School will give them a rigorous coursework, and I'm expecting them to really challenge the children academically, challenge them socially, make them accountable for taking pride in their high school and as individuals.
Okay, and I know you are a grown woman, but guess what? On Sound Off, especially the fact that we're Sound Off Live, you got to do some shout-outs.
Well, let me give a shout-out to VTC, Victory Team Crusade. We'll be starting back on September this year, so I'm going to give a shout-out to all of the participants in Victory Team Crusade. We're looking forward to seeing everyone out there in Darden Terrace and the Huckabee Heights community, so that's my shout-out for today.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Galloway.
This is Michelle DeBerry here, team member of Sound Off, and right now I have with me Miss
Wanda Dyson.
And Miss Wanda Dyson, I understand that you don't have any students in high school or middle school or anything like that, but as a person in the community, what do you expect, the children to do? What advice could you give them?
I would encourage young people, all young people, to enjoy life, be full of life, and go out to achieve life, but be focused in what you're doing. You are the future, and if you don't achieve your dreams and strive for the height, you're never going to reach it, but you gotta stay focused. I encourage you to have fun as young people, but you gotta stay focused in order to accomplish your dreams.
All right, we have to stay focused. And although you are an adult, you have to give us a shout out here on We Sound Off.
All right, a shout out to all the young people. Get excited, stay in love with Jesus, and strive for goodness.
All right.
And this morning we are really excited because we're live on the streets of Horry County. And I'm really excited about this good-looking young lady I have with me this morning. And what is your name?
Sierra
Sierra. Do you have a last name, sweetie?
Gathers.
Sierra Gathers. And I understand Sierra will be a freshman this year. Am I correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I know a lot of times you're really nervous about, going to a new school. Are you really nervous or, you can handle it? You ready for this thing?
Yes.
Okay, so what are you looking forward to being a freshman at Conway High School?
Making new friends and getting good grades.
Okay, and so did you make good grades on last school term?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what was your favorite subject? What school are you coming from? Conway Middle or Whittemore Park? Conway Middle School. Okay, so were you a good student, average student, or you could have stayed home?
Good.
Good student. That's what I'm talking about. So your favorite subject last year was, did you say it was math?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Sierra, on Sound Off, what we do is we like to make sure that we appreciate people. So at this time, you want to give a shout out to anyone?
Shawnette and Kenneth Gathers.
Okay, thank you so much, Sierra. You have a good one, sweetie. The conversation continues with Sound Off Live, and we're at Sound Off Live on the streets. And with me now is a very beautiful young lady. What's your name, sweetie?
Rion Griffin,
Rion Griffin. And what school do you attend?
Creek Bridge High School.
Okay, and at your high school, what would you say is the very best thing about Creek Bridge High School?
The teachers, how they stay on you, and they keep on working with you until you get it.
Wow, that's good. That's really good. Now, who was your favorite teacher on last school term?
Had to be Miss Lotteries.
Shout out to you, Miss Lotteries. What's her name again, Miss?
Lotteries.
Miss Lottery? Oh, like lottery, like money lottery? Dog, does she have any money? Miss Lottery, can I borrow $5? On the serious note, though, what are you looking forward to this school term?
Higher grades and stuff like that.
Okay, that's good. Are you going to really challenge yourself, or do you want to be challenged by your teachers?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and on Sound Off, we always do shout outs. So, who do you want to shout out?
Shout out to my mom and my dad.
What's your mom? I was going to say, what's your mom and dad's name?
Rena and Joey Willard.
Thank you very much, sweetie. Have a good one. Sound Off Live on the streets, and I'm going to turn this segment over to my team member, Jarrett Cannon. It's on you, Jarrett. Take it over, buddy.
Thank you. As y'all know, my name is Jarrett Cannon. I'm here with Sound Off. And today I'm here with
Travaris
Samuel. Tell me, what is your plans for this year? Something that you didn't do last year. I don't know. Tell me what you want to do this year.
I actually want to get like a lot more experience of like what college will be like.
Tell me what college you want to go to.
Duke University.
Duke University. Any sports or fine arts activities you want to do this year?
Basketball mostly.
Any shout outs you want to do?
Definitely to the class of 2014 at Conway High School.
All right. Yeah. 2014. This is Jared Cannon, a.k.a. J. Riggy Rod, the Rodfather, and I'm turning this over to Michelle DeBerry.
This is Michelle DeBerry, and I'm a team member at We Sound Off. And right here I have with me
Daniel Ramirez.
And Daniel, what school do you go to?
Creek Bridge.
All the way in Marion County. Daniel, what do you plan on doing this year that you did not do last year?
Nothing actually. I tend to get better at math and science.
Okay. He plans on improving himself. And here at We Sound Off, we like to give shout outs, so give a shout out to whoever.
My mom and my dad and my sister. My dad, Jose Ramirez. My mom, Laura Gonzalez, and my sister, Lita Gonzalez. And everybody at Creek Bridge.
All right, and I'm going to pass it over to Tanisha.
Hey guys, it's Tanisha. I'm live on the streets with Sound Off, and here I have with me
Tavares Berrien.
Okay, now Tavares, what school do you go to?
Creek Bridge High School.
Okay, shout out to Creek Bridge, shout out. Okay, now what do you expect this year, academic-wise, like fun-wise?
Fun-wise?
Like what, like football games, basketball games, pet rallies?
Basketball games.
So you like basketball? All right, go Creek Bridge. Okay, do you have any shout-outs for us?
I want to shout out to my mom, Rena Griffin, my daddy, BJ Berrien, and my stepdaddy, Joey Willard.
Okay.
And my sister, Rion. And everybody at Creek Bridge High School.
Okay, thank you, Javars, for your time. Now I'm going to turn it over to Miss Schofield.
We are Sound Off on the streets, and I have a very handsome young man with me on this morning. And what's your name, sir?
Jacob.
Okay, Jacob, what's your last name, Jacob? I know your mama gave you a last name. What's your last name, honey?
Gregory.
Okay, and what school does Jacob Gregory attend?
Lorsch Middle.
Okay, and Jacob, we all know that school starts on Monday. Are you excited about a new school year?
Yes.
Okay, you just have very yes and no answers, don't you? Okay, I want a little more than that, Jacob. Okay, tell me now, how was last school term for you?
I was all right.
So what are you looking forward to? What are your expectations for this school year?
A little bit more homework so we can learn more.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. What was your favorite subject?
Math.
Okay, and tell me a little bit about math. Prove to me you know math.
Well, I like multiplication.
Okay, so what's 8 times 7?
56.
That's what I'm talking about. Jacob, you are smart. I think I need you on my team. Okay, so let's see. What else? Tell me what else you like about your school. I know kids like, of course, we had a lot of recess, but you're an intelligent guy, so I'm sure you like something else about your school. So what would that be?
Loris Lions football.
Loris Lions football. And what's the new football coach? What's his name?
I don't know.
Okay, I think it's Coach Snyder. He's the new coach. So what I want you to do, Jacob, I want you to give a shout out to your grandma, but I also want you to shout out to everybody at Loris. Can you do that for me? And make sure you say your grandma's name.
My grandma is Phyllis Quillos. Hi, Grandma, and go Loris Lions.
That's what I'm talking about. Good job, Jacob. Thank you, man. Horry and Georgetown counties, we're doing it live on the streets. Sound off on the streets. And on this morning, we're happy to have, what's your name, sweetie?
My name is Veronica Sumter.
And you are a graduate of?
North Myrtle Beach High.
Representing, what is the mascot of North Myrtle Beach High School?
Chiefs, baby.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Now, I understand you don't have any young people in high school at this time, but what advice would you give to young people?
Stay in school, get your education, go to college, and build your career.
That's what I'm talking about. Any shout-outs?
I want to give a shout-out to my husband, Mustafa.
Okay, thank you very much, man. We appreciate it.
All right, you're welcome.
Good job, good job. Again, you're listening to Sound Off Live. We're live on the streets. And this time, I'm going to throw it over to my man, Mr. Cannon. What you got for me?
Today I'm here at Christ Community, and I'm with a young man named
Stuart Shelton.
Stuart. What school do you go to, Stuart?
Conway Christian.
Conway Christian. What do you plan on doing something new this year, something that you haven't done maybe last year or any other years you've been to that school before?
Yeah, I'm trying out new sports and stuff like that.
Okay, new sports. What type of sports are those?
Soccer and baseball.
Soccer and baseball. I'm a baseball fanatic. What are your expectations for this school year?
Better grades, higher expectations, and new friends.
Okay. Any other shout-outs you want to give?
Yeah, all my friends at Conway Christian, Hannah, Bailey, Gracie, Daniel, and Hope, and Brooks.
Okay. All those people.
We're Sound Off Live on the streets of Horry County, and I am excited to have a wonderful parent with me on this morning. And your name is, sir?
Rob Shelton.
Okay, Mr. Shelton, as a parent of a 10th grader? 8th grader. Okay, so we know the school year is coming up. So as a parent, what would be your expectations for, 1, the school as it relates to your child, and 2, from your student?
Well, he goes to Conway Christian, and my expectation with Conway Christian is that he will be in a safe environment where his distractions will be minimalized so that he can focus on his work. And my expectation of him as a student would be that he would take advantage of that opportunity that not everybody has and excel academically and in his sports with those distractions minimalized.
And what advice would you give to other parents as it relates to being involved in your child's education?
Get involved. I would not wait for the school to ask you to get involved. Get involved. People are deciding things for your child every day, and if you're not in the conversation, you don't have any vote. So get involved in your kid's education immediately.
Okay. So you do agree that it is necessary to be proactive?
You have no choice. If you're not going to be proactive, you're not going to parent. You can't do both.
I like that. You know what? You're an adult, but you gotta do a shout out. Who would you like to shout out?
I shout out to everybody at St. Paul's Episcopal Church in Conway, South Carolina. I hope the children do great this school year, and I hope everyone who's a teacher is as patient and as proactive as they can be in the education as well.
Thank you very much.
Rated T14.
And we are so excited to be in the streets on this morning. We invite you to join this conversation. All you have to do is simply log on to www.wesoundoff.com and you can be a part of this discussion. Sound off.
Rated T14.